morning, everybody. How are we today? It's a lovely Tuesday, not too windy. I've had a landslide of cards. Got lots to show you today and quite a bit to share. Welcome to today's live with Libby. I'm Libby Dyson. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And thanks so much for joining me today. As I said, I've got lots to share with you. Today I've got quite a bit to show you, and we're going to be playing with watercolor pencils. And I've had a project up on my blog yesterday and another one today. So I'm doing that all week, and if you buy the Watercolor Pencils Assortment 2 this week, I will send you 3 each of the small and the large memories and more note cards and envelopes, which, yes, I failed to get out. So I'll show you those in a minute. Now, don't forget, for every $90 you spend, you'll get a $9 code, bonus code, to use when you shop in September. So you'll just enter the code number in September and it'll take $9 off your order. So that's a great saving. So they're bonus days. We've got the Dashing Along promotion as well. And if you would like to book a party with me or a workshop, it can be online or in your home. And if your party sales, which I'm sure they will, reach $400 or more, you'll get the Dashing Along DSP for free. So I'll show you that shortly as well. And what else have we got? We've got the holiday catalogue coming up. So if you haven't got one yet, let me know and I'll be happy to post one to you. If you've already got a demonstrator, please don't ask for me to post you a catalogue, because I'm sure they will if you ask them. I'm not into customer taking or customer napping, would that be? So anyway, if you would like a holiday catalogue, I'm more than happy to send one to you. Now, don't forget to order some of our new ink pads. Look, they're beautiful, nice and slim, easy to open, look gorgeous, stack well. So order ink pads. For every ink pad you order from me, I will donate $2 to the Red Cross Farmers Appeal. And that's going to help not just farmers but their families as well with mental health issues. So providing services around that. Also helping with bill payment and support in farming communities as they go through this drought. Order ink pads, and who wouldn't like a lovely new ink pad? They're just beautiful. I've got some more ordered. So don't forget to order ink pads. Don't forget to order the Watercolor Pencil Assortment. Now, the Assortment 2 is only available till the 31st of August. And I've got it somewhere safe here. Oh no, I haven't. It's on my desk. That's helpful, isn't it? I'll just go and grab it. Alright, so it comes in this sort of case and it's got a list of all the colours. Beautiful colours. Cherry Cobbler, Fleur de Flamingo, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, Gorgeous Grape. So, buy these this week and I will send you some memories and more note cards and envelopes, 3 each of the small and the large. So that's this week's special and that's what we're going to use today. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm just going to flip the camera up. All right, so we've got the Dashing Along promotion. Don't forget to book a party with me. or a workshop, and it can be online or in your home. And when your party reaches $400 or more, you can get the host promotion Dashing Along designer series paper. It won't be available anywhere else, and you can only get it by having a workshop. So how good is that? Plus, don't forget, in September, because you've shopped in August, you'll have some $9 coupons to redeem at that workshop. All right, here's the holiday catalogue. Who wouldn't love a holiday catalogue? And it has got so much goodness inside. So lots of designer series paper, stamp sets, bundles, all sorts of things. So there's the back of it. If you'd like one, leave me a comment and I'll send you one. That's those. Now these are the note cards and envelopes I was talking about before. So they're the watercolor pencils, and you will get 3 note cards that size with their matching envelope, and you will get 3 of the larger size and their matching envelope that I've put somewhere safe. There we go. So I keep all mine in these wood mount containers. I find they're really great for storage. So that's what you will get in the mail. So from me, so you'll order your watercolor pencils. You can order them through me or online, and I will send you 3 of these and 3 of these, plus your normal online thank you gift, a card, and yeah, it's all good. Aren't these gorgeous? All right, so put them away so I don't get muddled up. I'm at a bit of 6s and 7s. We've been away for the weekend, and I've got to rush to Sydney today for a couple of days and home again on Thursday. So Bob's going to mind the dog. All right, now, so watercolor pencils. I've done a couple of weeks of the blended season. Look at these from the holiday catalogue. Yummy stickers. All right, put them away. All right, so I'm just going to show you. I did some, that was, there we go, there's some colouring. So this one I've done on basic grey, and I've white embossed the flower from blended season. I've used granny apple green, garden green, and I think some old olive, and Cajun craze in the centres. And this beautiful purple is gorgeous grape out of the assortment. And I've coloured them with Wink of Stella. So that's that one. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If the ink pad deal didn't get you, why don't you join up and order things out of the holiday catalogue in your kit? So join my team, and yeah, it'd be wonderful. All right, here's another one I've done with the watercolour pencils. I think this one's Flirty Flamingo, and you can do it as dark or as light as you like. That one's not. It's not. This one is also done. Oh no, that's done with Stampin' Blends. Put it away. Okay, here's today's card on my blog. She's got some lovely jewellery on, and I've coloured that with the watercolour pencils and then spritzed it with the Stampin' Spritzer. So I'm just going to see if I can see some comments here. There we go. Hello Rebecca, how are you this morning? Leslie, I'll be putting the catalogues in the mail probably tomorrow. I'm going to take them to Amy's with me and get them organised. All right, so I've coloured it all, spritzed it. It's on watercolour paper. And then I've gone back with the pencils while the watercolour paper is still damp, and coloured over with the Flirty Flamingo and the Granny Apple Green again, and then just left it to dry before I've mounted it on the card. Now, those of you who know me know that cats and I have a love-hate relationship, basically because they cause me a great deal of distress with sinus. But I've stamped a cat. Look, I've stamped a cat on the envelope and on the inside of the card. So that's the colouring I have to show you. And then we have this card here that I've made using Beautiful Day. Yes, Beautiful Day. And we're going to do a bit of that today. And I've only used the colours from the new assortment. Did I sneeze? Yeah, when I did those cats. Of course I sneezed. Yeah. I've had a bit of a sneezy weekend. We went up to Nelson's Bay for the seafood festival or something, but it was Bob's birthday, so we were up there for a couple of days. And the wind was shocking and the fires, just terrible. So anyway, my nose and I are having a love-hate relationship at the moment. So this is Beautiful Day, and I've stamped it in Versamark and heat embossed in with copper. It's on watercolor paper, and I've coloured with Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. And then I've used the Clear Wink of Stella brush. The inside is crushed curry and the leaves are granny apple green and garden green. So I've fussy cut at Leslie. Love his new boat. He's not really getting that boat, Leslie. It was a bit of a joke. We went out for dinner to a place on the wharf at the marina there at Nelson's Bay, and there was this big boat parked right outside the window, so I took a photo of it, and Bob says, oh, I'll put it up and say this is your birthday present. Yeah, right. Okay, and here's the inside and the envelope, and all these images come from Beautiful Day, which we're going to use today. And yeah, so that's what I have to share with you. Now, this one's done on watercolor paper. So what I thought we'd do today is do it on shimmery white and see what difference there is. So now, when you're using watercolor pencils, please don't stamp with Memento. Memento is fade resistant dye ink, but it's not water resistant. So this is good to use with your Stampin' blends, but not so good with your watercolouring. So with your watercolouring, you really need to use the StazOn. Now, I don't use the StazOn cleaner. It's just a personal thing. I don't really like it. I don't know that it damages your stamps, but I don't know that it's terribly good for them either. So what I do is, and you'll see, we're not going to use this today, but what I do is I stamp with the StazOn. I immediately spray my stamp with Stampin' Mist and clean it on my Stampin' Scrub. Now, I have found that, you know, as I do these Facebook Lives, if I stamp with the Stampin' Mist and I've sprayed my Stampin' Scrub with Stampin' Mist, God, that's a mouthful, and I turn my stamp so it's on the Stampin' Scrub, it'll be all right. It'll clean off quite nicely at the end of the video. So if you're worried about leaving, you know, it for a little while, immediately stamp with Stampin' Mist and then put it on your Stampin' Scrub. Now, it will stain your photopolymer stamps, but that doesn't mean to say it affects, that's the StazOn, doesn't mean to say that it affects the photopolymer stamp at all. It just stains it, but then so do a lot of inks. If any of you have seen my Dragonfly Dreams stamp set that I've used a few times on these videos, you'll notice that you can hardly tell where the original stamp is it's so badly stained, but it doesn't affect your stamping. So they're the main points to remember for that. But we're not going to use either of those today. We're going to use some Versamark. And I thought we would do the butterfly today and use some different colours. So we're going to use shimmery white instead and just see if there is any difference in what we get for our image. Now I have an embossing buddy here, so I'm going to use my embossing buddy to remove any of my fingerprints and static and whatever else. So they're good to get when you're embossing. And I'm going to, and I will fit 3. We might only need 2. We'll see how we go. I'll stamp and emboss 3 and see what happens. So in with some Versamark, and with these large images I like to bring the ink to the stamp, and I can also see where I have inked. It needs a good inking. I'll turn this round and stamp down here and give it a good press. Hello Julie, how are you this morning? Give it a good press. Alright, I'm going to do 3. I don't know that we'll use 3. It does make your card quite thick. So this one here, quite thick. And I've laid it all up on dimensionals. So that's probably a card that's better to give to somebody rather than posting. Alright, we need one more. I know they're a bit hard to see, aren't they? Probably almost impossible. Now don't forget, if you like the look of what I do, you don't have to do parties. Join my team. Just going to have some coffee and choose some of the holiday catalogue products in your kit. Plus there's the blended season and the watercolor pencils. You can add all those to your kit. So if you have a look in the catalogue and your wish list is more than $169, join. Buy the kit. There's no obligation to stay, and you've got until the 31st of December to make your first quarterly minimum. So yeah, join my team, my Crafty Owls team. Alright, on with some copper. I'm liking this copper. And Stampin' Up have awesome products. Great quality. And I can tell you, I was at the Newcastle Stitches and Crafts show last weekend and with a couple of friends, and I'm standing in the line at this shop because I just wanted to buy, they had some little tiny spoon things and I just wanted to buy some of those. And I'm standing in the line and I see this lady I know. Anyway, so we got chatting and she said, oh, you know, what do you use this for? And it was a blending solution. And I looked at it. It was $9 for a bottle about, I've missed a bit there, a bottle about the same size as the Stampin' Mist for $9. I said to her, go to Coles, buy Eatercolor. Oh, she said, I'm so glad I ran into you here. This will save me a bit of money. And I said, well, you know, go to Coles or Woolies and buy it there because it will be much cheaper. And don't pay, you know, $9 for something. You can get 3 times as much off for half the price. So anyway, I'm just making a bit of a mess here. So that's what she did. And then I sort of moved on in the line, and she came back. She said, "Oh, look at these cheap dye brushes." I said, "Oh, yes." I said, "You know why they're cheap? Because they are cheap." And I said, "I don't think you'll find they'll last." She said, "Oh, okay." Didn't say any more. Then I saw her. Oh, look, I've still missed some. I'm not having a good day here today, am I? Then I saw her again a bit later, and she said, "Oh, I've decided I'll order those dye brushes through you." And she wanted something or other else. So I said, "Oh, okay." So I did some quick maths and worked out a price for her. Anyway, so she says later on, I saw her, she was having lunch, and she said, oh, I've got a couple of other things I thought I'd order after being here today." She said, "I like your stuff better." So, so being at the Newcastle show meant that I got, an order for $60 or more. All right, there's going to be some noise. So we're just having some stamping fun here. We're not getting inky today. Just wait while I take this off. The good fairies are coming back in the floor. No, they won't really. They don't come into my room. They've been warned off, the good fairies. The good fairies have been told, my room's my room. Oh, okay, rails. All right, so we've got our butterflies. Now, look at these gorgeous pencils, she says, not being able to get the packet open. Now, mine aren't all the same length. Can't think why. It's not like I've been using them, is it? Look at these wonderful colours. Now, see this one? Does it look brown? What do you think? Does it look brown? It's actually crushed curry. You'd never think that, would you? All right, butterflies can be beautiful. So we might start off with a bit of cherry cobbler down here. And I don't know, I failed colouring in kindergarten. Most people know that. But my twin sister is fantastic at colouring. And she used to tell me I had to colour in circles. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm just colouring in circles. And I'm going to do all three at once and see how we go. All right. Because I want them to be similar if I'm going to mount them on top of each other. And don't forget those bonus days this month. Spend $90 and you get a $9 coupon which you can redeem in September. Now when you will get an email with that coupon in it, and it's important that you keep that coupon safe because I can't get the coupon information back for you. I'm not even sure that Stampin' Up can, but anyway, I guess they can. But keep it safe so that you can actually redeem that coupon in September when you shop. Now, my weekly special is the Watercolor Pencils Assortment 2. They're $21.75 plus shipping, and I will send you 3 each of the Memories and More note cards and envelopes, 3 small and 3 large. I'm not sure. I haven't had a look. Okay, Deb, you might be able to catch up another time. I haven't looked at butterflies recently, so I'm not really sure what colours I should be making them. All right, let's see. Try some Flirty Flamingo in here. This is all I did for this card, and I was quite pleased with how it turned out. So I'll move that there so you can see that. I was quite pleased with how it turned out. I was actually quite surprised. But anyway, so with your watercolour pencils, you can use them dry just like normal pencils. You can do what we're doing today and then activate them with water. Now you can activate them in a few ways. You can use just plain water. You can use your clear wink of Stella brush. You can spritz water on them. So just get a Stampin' spritzer and lightly spritz them. You can dip them in water. You can mix colours, and I might show you how to do that in a minute. I'll just finish colouring this and we might see if we can mix the cherry cobbler and the fleur de flamingo together. So you can mix the colours to give you different shades. You can colour over it, activate with water, wait for it to dry, go back in and colour again. So you can do as much or as little as you like. And if you're good at colouring and enjoy it, watercolour pencils are ideal. So lots of different techniques that you can use with them, not just colouring. Alright, so what colour next? Thanks, Narelle. What colour next do you think for the top of the wings? Maybe some Coastal Cabana on the top. It's going to be a very colourful butterfly. You find those in the tropics, South America and places like that. They have giant butterflies, all manner of colours on them. And I am trying to do this sort of fairly quickly because colouring's not that great to watch. Alright, I'll just show you how I did those petals on the flower. So I came in with my lightest colour first, which was Coastal Cabana, and just coloured right up to those embossing lines. Now all these products are available in my online store and I'd love you to shop with me. I've got a hostess code on my blog, and you can shop with me by shopping online, or you can text me or email me or message me, and I'm more than happy to help you when you want to shop or order online. So every order gets a thank you, a card. I don't actually write in your card, I do send you a message, but I leave your card blank so that you can send it off to somebody else if you would like, be able to use it yourself. Alright, fingers are getting tired. Okay, then I came in with Night of Navy and I did just the bottoms, and then later on I went in and filled in with the Balmy Blue. And as I said before, you can make this as light or as dark as you want. It's up to you. And the embossing lines keep the colour inside the card or inside the butterfly. So, and we're going to cut this out, so it's not really going to matter if it goes outside the lines a bit. I'm good at colouring outside the lines. Now, I'll tell you what, if you're not a demonstrator and you've commented today, I'll send you this card. I'll pick somebody to send this card to as a prize. Make sure you comment and you may be chosen to receive this card in the mail, probably next week. Now that I have to go to Sydney. Okay, and then I came in with Balmy Blue and just fill in the gaps. Now I would suggest that you invest in a good quality pencil sharpener to keep your pencils nice and sharp. This one's not very sharp. I've used it quite a bit over the last couple of days. But anyway, you know, don't buy your $1 cheapie from the cheap shops. if you're investing in watercolor pencils, and take the time and the trouble to invest in a decent pencil sharpener. I'm actually going to have to sharpen mine. I've got this Derwent one, and I find it's good because it's got catches the shaving. As I flip the lid to put the pencil in, you can flip the bottom open to empty it. So just go around and fill in any gaps that you think you might have. Yeah, it's just a case of adding your colour and seeing how it goes. Now, I'm not going to be able to make this card today because I think the paper might be too wet. We'll see how we go. Alright, so that might about do it. So we've used Flirty Flamingo, Cherry Cobbler, Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy and Balmy Blue. So we've used 2, 4, 5. We've used half of the colours from the watercolour pencils. Good morning, Kay. How are you this morning? So we've done our colouring, and I'll just put these away. I normally keep them in a wood mount case with the others, but because I'm using these this week as my special, they're back in the box. Okay, now I'll just get my clear wink of Stella. Now the trick with this is to go from lightest to darkest. And my coffee's cold, all right? So, and have some scrap paper on the side so that you can take the colour off the end of the brush. It might stain your brush, but that doesn't mean to say that it's transferring colour. So I'm going to start with the Coastal Cabana. I need to bring some more wink. I don't know what you call it. I think this one might be about finished. Anyway, we'll see how we go. So you can use this like an aqua painter, and look, when it's dry, when it finishes, you can open it, I'll show you in a minute, and fill it with water and use it as an aqua painter, and you still get some of the pretty glittery effect. It's not as much, but you know, you can still use it. So, and if you go lightest to darkest, you don't then really need to clean it in between your colours. I do a bit, but as I said, I think this one's nearly about had it. Yep, there's not much more left in there. Alright, so then I'm just going to come in and blend the other blues. And this is all I did for this card here. Just blend it in. And this is the easiest part of doing this, is blending the colour. And then just every now and then I clean the colour off my brush tip. And yeah, you get such a beautiful glittery sort of colour when you use your clear wink of Stella as an aqua painter. So you could add that to your order of watercolour pencils. Don't forget, if you're just stamping, you can do the same by just stamping this in black StazOn. So StazOn's the colour you need to, the ink you need to use. Alright, so we're moving into the Flirty Flamingo Cherry Cobbler. So I'm just doing the Flirty Flamingo to start with. Activated with something. And this is quite quick. It's quite a relaxing technique actually. What do you think? Is this? I'm using the shimmery white cardstock Julie with the Watercolor Pencil Assortment 2 and a clear wink of Stella brush to activate the coloured pencils. We've inked up in Versamark and heat set in cotton. Answers that question for you. Good morning, Kay. How are you? So the colours we're using on the top were Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy, And on the bottom we've used Flirty Flamingo and Sherry Cobbler pencils. And now I'm just going to go over and make sure I've coloured everything. And you can go over and blend that a bit more with, you can't do, I mean, when you're using your clear wing Stella, you can work the paper because you're not actually putting a lot of pressure in terms of water and, you know, mixing the fibres and things like that. So you can go in and play with it a bit. So it's sort of dried now on these butterflies, so I'm just going back in and blending those colours. Now, just for a bit of fun, I'll see if I can find this gorgeous grape. I love the gorgeous grape. It's gorgeous. And it's the one I used on this card. So that's all gorgeous grape. And it is just beautiful. So we'll come in and add a bit just in along. See how you can come in later and add more colour? So I'm putting this over the Night of Navy that I would have used before. Oh, that was a good one. The Night of Navy I would have used before. Now here's another tip. Try not to drop your watercolour pencils, especially not on hard surfaces, because it will crack. See, I've dropped this one. It will crack the lead all the way through the pencil. So don't do as I did and drop it. Alright, so just a bit more there and here. And then we'll go in and use our clear wing of Stella again. Alright, so now don't forget, these are my special this week. When you get 10 watercolour pencils, add a clear wing of Stella to your order and have a bit of fun. Now I'll come back in a minute and blend that in a bit better. Alright, and come back in and just blend that over. And then because we've got 3, you can choose which one you like to be on the top. Alright, so that's all our colouring done. Now these are still quite damp, but I will come in. So which one do you like? Hello Leonie, how are you? I hope your knee is not giving you as much trouble as it was the night before. Hope they've been able to control that pain for you. My husband's got a bad knee, but is he going to do anything about it? No. Why would you do that? Might actually be able to help him, but you know. Alright, I just find it easier to work with a smaller amount of cards, so I cut my butterflies off like that, and then I'm doing what Leslie loves to do, and just fussy cutting these out around the copper embossing, and it's easy as. It's gone out. I will make a card out of this a bit later, but you'll be able to see the 3 butterflies finished. Now don't forget, if you like the look of doing something like this, you don't have to do workshops, you don't have to do Facebook Live, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You can just buy it for the discount or get a couple of friends together every now and then and just get inky or scrap, whatever you like. You can do it your way. And if you'd like to have a little bit extra to either pay for your habit, your paper habit, or a little bit extra to pay for some bills or put towards a holiday, join my team. I've got a business builders group now, and we're doing all sorts of things on that which help you build your Stampin' Up as a business if that's what you would like to do. I really want the next incentive trip to Maui, so I'm going to do everything I need to do and more to get that trip. I'm not having much luck with these feelers here. I even told Bobby had to come and help if he wanted to go away on the trip, a card or something. He's pretty good. He does take packages to the post office and what have you. So I'm only going to cut one of these out today, and then I'll make a card and it'll go up on my blog maybe on Friday. Let's see how my trip to Sydney goes. As well, I've got somewhere cheap to stay. Just costs me grand kisses and cuddles. Let's see, Hunter and Scarlet. Nearly done. Just got to manage some of these body bits. Now here's another tip. If you're having trouble getting bits, see how that's a tight corner? Just chop into it and the bits will come out. So I just chop into it several times and the bits come out. And you just shake them off like that. And this feeler's not making me happy. No, these don't come with dies and Beautiful Day, but we do have a butterfly that has a die. Just trying to think what bundle that is. Alright, so there's one butterfly. And, oh, okay, Leonie, well, I hope it's under control soon for you. I know Leslie's had a couple of knee replacements, and yeah, I think she's glad she's had it done. All right, so there are our butterflies. Now, there's no real difference, I don't think. This is watercolor paper, and I'm just going to go back in here because I see how you can go back in and reactivate bits. So that's watercolor paper, and this is shimmery white. So I know that we've used different colours on the bottom, but on the top, this is a smoother finish because watercolor paper has a texture to it. But anyway, I think, yeah, that'll work out all right. So I've just noticed a bit here that I need to go back in and colour. And yeah, it's just about having a bit of fun with another technique. So I'll flip you around. There we go. All right, so I'll make a card and pop that up on my blog later in the week. And don't forget the bonus days. Spend $90 and you get a $9 coupon. I've got holiday catalogues to send out, and there's the Dashing Along promotion. If you host a party, whether it's online or in person, and the sales are $400 or more, you get the Dashing Along DSP, which I'll show you next week, for free. Yeah. So holiday catalogue, bonus days, my special of the week, watercolour pencils. Don't forget to buy the pencils. They're only $21.75. You can add a clear wing Castella brush if you wanted to, but my special this week is buy the pencils this week and I will send you 3 each of the Memories and More Whisper White note cards and envelopes, so 3 large and 3 small. And that's your thank you gift for, plus you'll get a card and another small thank you gift. So order those pencils. Don't forget, you need to order them before the end of the month because they'll be gone. And it is only while stocks last. All right, so I think that's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
It'll take creation,
bye for now.
imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find